Yay!
Yay!
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
In case of emergency.
Jeff's there.
I'm here.
David's there. And some doofus is over here.
I'm literally
The guy who's ruining his collection.
That's right. Jeff's calling us from a different country right now.
I am. One brick at a time. Yeah, I almost
And from a different time zone. He's not in a different country. He's in a different time zone.
My computer
He's
still
not
says it's
Canada,
1
so he's not
o'clock,
Canadian brick builders today. Get off our channel.
Hold on, I'm adjusting my time zone right now because apparently it didn't follow me.
Jeff's an American brick builder today.
I guess so, technically. Anyway, I'm in Central Time.
CST.
It's 8:11.
Central Time.
Yes. So, hi everybody.
Okay, that's it. End of show. See you. Bye.
Yeah, 3 people watching. Yvonne obviously is there because we.
Hi, Yvonne.
Hi, Yvonne.
And look, she's got a new logo.
Woot.
Yeah. Woohoo!
I should do that.
That's a bit accurate.
I don't do any of this stuff.
She told me about her new logo today, but she said it was a boy. Is that a boy or a girl?
Well, we love it, Yvonne. That's very nicely done.
That doesn't matter. That's an awesome fig that depicts my sister very well because she's just learning, so she's still at the beginning stages.
And I gotta say, I don't own any of those guys.
David Koudy.
I had four bins of Duplo, including the IntelliTrain, and we put them on Kijiji years ago, and they're gone. Bye-bye.
I'd say
all of it.
But
yeah. Hi, Eric Sith.
And yeah, Eric Sith there. Hello. Anybody else? No, that's it right now. So yeah, I'm tired, but I'm here. And I'm going to be eating some food because I was in a McDonald's lineup for the last 20 minutes, and then I had to unload my car because I just got here. I did unpack my entire trailer at BrickFair, Alabama. And,
that's cool.
I will be doing some building tomorrow because
I saw the pics.
Yeah, I had two bins on the top back of my trailer, like the back row, and I had put them in sideways, and I had wedged a box through them beside them. And when I opened the trailer today, one of those boxes was, instead of being oriented like this way, it was oriented this way, and the other one was still this way. So this one physically
shifted
at some point, like it spun, and the box was still there. So either everything shifted slowly, but one of those 2 bins is totally destroyed on the bottom, like it's got a crack in it. Only a few pieces fell out, and I found them, I think. But that entire bin has to be rebuilt. It's all my houses and stuff. So tomorrow morning.
How bad's the damage?
Sorry?
How bad's the damage?
Surprisingly, not as bad. I had a few bins. where the lids were cracked as well, like the new gray bins, clear bins I bought. But for the most part, it's okay. I think there's probably about 3 or 4 bins worth of stuff I might need to rebuild, but they're towers.
Like in a scale between Jeremy losing that quarter part of his entire train module that time and what we did at Derek's Bridge, so somewhere in the middle there.
All of the major big pieces are solidly built and survive. Okay. It's just towers and buildings. So I'll show some pictures
stuff.
Later.
Got it.
I haven't
still there.
I haven't loaded the news yet. So why didn't one of you guys tell us what you're doing? I'm going to eat some food and pull up the news as you're doing that. Is that okay? Yummy cold fries.
Go ahead, Dave. What's going on in your world?
Well, I got my booster shot yesterday. And funny thing is that I got I got boosted twice yesterday because I went to get my 3rd shot with my Kia Sportage that was sitting in the driveway for like a month. And it started okay. Well, it had a little trouble, but it started. But the vaccination center is like a 5-minute drive from my house. And it was freakingly cold yesterday here in Quebec. So got my 3rd shot. Everything went smoothly. I got the Moderna shot this time. The first 2 was Visor. So I got the Moderna. And 45 minutes in and out, I was out.
Nice.
But get back in the car, try to start the car.
You're going to feel like crap tomorrow. Just so you know.
No, I'm feeling like crap today.
All right.
Seriously.
wait,
I would I
Oh, it
told
was
Dave
yesterday.
before the show started. I told Dave
Okay.
today I was so tired.
Yeah. Same here.
I was so tired that I took a nap on my lunch break. A 30 minute. It was like I had 30 minutes. So put on the clock 30 minutes nap time, and I felt so much asleep and so fast that it had time to had a nightmare. And I woke up like in sweat, sweating and screaming because, and so that's how tired I was. And I right after work at 5 p.m. I took another nap just before supper, and now with you guys. But right after the show, I'm going back to bed.
Me too.
So yeah, the car wouldn't start. Had to call my wife. Luckily, she didn't. She works like a 10-minute drive from the vaccination center. She got she brought the other car. Took the booster cables out, boosted the car, and came back home. So instead of 45 minutes, I came back like 2 hours later.
Wow.
That's okay. It's part of life.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got boosted twice yesterday. That's
Yeah.
why. And I fell asleep like every 10 minutes today.
When you got boosted yesterday. That's why I thought tomorrow you'd be sick. But yeah, today is right.
Yeah.
I had very similar exhaustion, but I couldn't sleep. I sat on the couch all day long, and every time I tried to close my eyes and sleep, I couldn't sleep. So I sat on the couch all day long like a vegetable watching TV. And it was fun to watch TV and not have to work that day, but still.
Yeah, I still work because I had work to do, but
yeah,
See,
right after work, I went back to sleep.
A holiday, like we Sandy and I had our second dose on July 1st, like on Canada Day, so I didn't have to be at work, and I think Canada Day was like on a Friday or something like that, so we had the weekend because I was exhausted the next day, but and then we had ours on December 31st this year, which was a holiday because we had the Friday off. And then on Saturday, I felt like I ran a marathon. Like walking was fine, but walking upstairs, my legs were going, "What are you doing? Like, sit down, get your butt in the chair. Don't do it."
Stop. Yeah.
But seriously, today I felt like I was beaten up by the Russian mafia.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but it was just my legs. Like, of course, I didn't lift anything. But
do you mean the tracksuit gang, Dave?
Yeah.
Except for this thing. Look, I have a new set.
Dave
bought a new set.
New set. A 2021 set.
Wow.
Shocking.
That's awesome.
It was so cheap.
Anything can happen in 2022. It's a brand new year.
The world's gone topsy-turvy. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. But I got we were over at the local warehouse outlet thing, and they were there, so it was like basically half price, and I can't pass that up. So
yeah, you can't, especially a Technic set. Like even though you don't build Technic much anymore.
No.
Like I built the Mac Anthem.
Although un, deux, trois.
1997. What year were those released?
Sorry.
When I bought the Mac Anthem a few years ago, the big transport truck, and
right.
I had built Technic for so long. And it was such an awesome build. Like there was so much new stuff that I kind of figured out. I didn't actually absorb it, but I saw it and it was like, oh, hey, that's pretty cool. So I think you'll enjoy that build.
Yeah, I love Technic builders now because there's so much more than when we were doing it back in the robot days.
When we were kids, yeah.
Back when I was a kid, get off my grass. I will say right now, hey, Axel Plate. I will say now, my whole life is becoming more and more like Clint Eastwood and Gran Torino. Like I am becoming that guy. Like it's amazing. Like I watched that years ago, and I'm going, I'll never be like that. No, I'm getting there. Get off my grass. Don't bother me, kids. Go away.
Yeah.
Dave, the grumpy old man.
Grumpy old man. Me and Walter Matthau are gonna start a movie together. Well, he's gone. Can't do that. Anyway,
Oh, jeez, what a crazy day.
one
So
of my
how
favorite,
about
favorite movies of all time, Grumpy Old Men.
Grumpy Old Man?
Burgess
Yes.
Meredith. Just absolutely adorable movie.
Or maybe we'll just call it Dave.
Or
Yeah.
Dave. Hey, there was a movie called Dave.
There you go, Dave. My camera's backwards again. Anyway, sorry, I'm quickly looking for the news because there is lots of news, but Dave had some interesting news. That I will pull it up, and maybe we'll just quickly talk about that, and then I'll get to what I've been doing for the past couple of days. Because I need to re-listen to this later in the chat, so we're putting it earlier so I can re-listen to it. But let me just share this. Of course, now I can't look at the news because I'm sharing. Oh well. Anyway.
Yeah.
So what? So explain this again.
Yeah, Lego announced today that it is going to merge bricks and pieces to the Pick-a-Brick, and they're going to call it Pick and Build, I think. It's scheduled to launch in February. So basically, they're taking the bricks and pieces program or division, and they're integrating it into the Pick-a-Brick division. So, and to help out with the orders, they're gonna set up a warehouse fulfillment center in the United States, but it's going to carry only the 1,600 more popular elements. So, but you can apparently you can still order all the parts from all the sets, except for, of course, the license stuff. But if you order something unpopular, while not tagged in yellow, supposedly, on the website, you're gonna have to wait for it to ship from Poland or either Poland or Denmark, and it's this the website's gonna tell you if you're ordering from the States or from Poland or from Denmark, apparently.
So
And they say they're gonna add trackage to the stuff coming from the US. But if you get it from Denmark, it's going to be the same. And the stuff coming from the US is going to be processed within 5 days, apparently.
Interesting.
Instead of 17 to 22 days.
Yeah.
Going on, because right now I have an order that is still in warehouse.
Oh, jeez.
So, wow. And I did email Lego about it, and they said, well, it's processing, so wait for it.
Processing. It's like the old Star Trek computer. Processing. Processing. Working.
So, and
working.
They're going to add to that service, they're going to add a build your own minifigure kind of thing. But they are only going to test it out in European countries and Asian countries for now. So it won't be available here in North America. So, and they're gonna try to match the prices on all the pieces from different colors, because right now on bricks and pieces there are some different prices for different colors of the same piece, and they're gonna try to harmonize all of that, except for rare elements or metallic elements or something in those fashions. So basically that's the big news of today.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good news. I don't know, because I'm wondering about the availability of the pieces, because right now on bricks and pieces you can pretty much get all the pieces from any sets, and on Pick-a-Brick you can only get a few elements that
it's very limited.
So,
and the prices are different between the two sites too. I've found pieces that are,
and I'm guessing the prices will go up, because since they're setting up track packages for the US, track packages cost more. So,
but if they're shipping it out of the US and one of their warehouses, they're just going to ship it FedEx like they would to everything else. Right? And they give free shipping over $35, so maybe not.
Hi, Brick Maniac.
Maybe if you thanks Steve. Hi, Brick Maniac. How's Alabama?
We'll get there.
I'm in a house
We'll
that
get there.
has half of the plugs are 2-pronged and half of the plugs are 3-pronged. And all the power bars that are plugged into 2-prong, all the power bars that have 3-prong, I'm not really sure if they have that 3rd prong plugged into the wall. So yeah. But anyways,
it's still 120 volts.
it's still power. Yeah, it's just I'm not grounded. I'm not well grounded today.
That's fine.
Boom, boom. Anyways,
But I'm fine.
microwaving fries
Okay,
kind of works
microwave.
for McDonald's because they're already soggy. At least
Well,
they're
it depends on the fries, but if they're
McDonald's.
cold and soggy, better warm and soggy than cold and soggy.
I agree, 100%. So yeah. So Dave, did you tell us what you'd been doing? You told us.
Yes,
what
I
your
did.
sister thought.
But
Okay.
we're missing Cowdie's story, and he had a great story because he got
that's right.
a great big rent.
He did a story. He just told us. Well, didn't he tell us? Didn't he have? Do you guys have anything else to talk about?
I'm building a rocket. No, I'm building a new building for the layout. So that's right.
Oh,
Speaking of which,
something new.
I need to Google this, but when I drove into Alabama, the state of Alabama today on I-65, I think, I passed a rocket, and I think it was a Saturn V.
Okay.
And it was straight up in the, like, it was, you could see it from miles away, and it was basically set up. Obviously no launch pad or anything. It's an old one that they've bought or whatever. But I don't know if it was a Saturn V, but it was definitely a USA rocket. And I don't know if it was the actual one or not, but
they had a few. There was one in front of Kennedy, but it's probably the Saturn V.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Exactly. I wasn't going to go there, but thank you, Axel. Thank you very much.
And it's not done yet. There's going to be corridors coming out of it, so it's going to look less like that and more like it's part of the layout.
So if they're merging the two systems, hopefully everything goes well. But I'm wondering if you order pizzas that have the yellow tag and some that don't, does that just get split into 2 orders automatically?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's what they said on the press release, at least.
I haven't had time to read it because of driving. But and I'm not logged into Brickset. I'm not logged in anything because I'm running on a new PC, which I don't. I mentioned it on Monday, but I'm still trying to get used to things. So I just logged into Brickset. Now my ads are gone. Okay, good. Getting some DNS errors. Anyways, I got most of the news up. So okay. Share. Oh wait, I can. Oh, didn't I? Let me share that again. So approximately one day, 12 hours and 9 minutes ago, approximately, because the timer stopped timing, I left my house.
Woohoo!
And traveled 1,800 kilometers.
Woohoo!
Went through 6 tanks of gas. Now,
6?
Now a tank of gas was, I brought it down to on my Ford Explorer, it doesn't have a gauge. It has a bar. And it's got 8 sections in the bar. So 2 for quarter, 2 for half, 2 for 3/4. So every time it got down to 3 bars, so basically between a quarter and a half. So what is that?
Yeah, got it.
3/8 of a tank. I think that's right. Yeah, there we go. I would go and fill up. So I wasn't going all the way down, but my mileage would be pulling the trailer. And for some reason in my brain, I figured the US was pretty flat. Because there's no mountains in the U.S. I don't know. I just thought, it'll be smooth sailing. And when we were talking, hey Shane.
Hey Shane.
Welcome. Shane and I were talking earlier, I think, in my brain. Maybe I'm not thinking well. Oh no, he was commenting on some of the trip stuff. So I think in my head, someone had asked, "Oh, are you going through this state?" Because I wouldn't go through that state because it's really hilly. And I'm like, no, I don't think I am. But the entire trip was down a hill, up a hill, down a hill, up a hill. And then I get into Tennessee and it's like into a mountainous valley. Mountainous, I mean, 100 or maybe 200, 300 foot high hills on both sides of the road. So yeah, I was averaging 18 liters per 100 kilometers on my car. And normally I get high 9s, low 10s. So I was basically burning through twice the gas, but I was filling up for, I think the cheapest I filled up for was like $2.90 a gallon. which is less than $1 a liter Canadian. So I was like, my car is drinking more, but I'm also paying less, even with the conversion. Like it was 80 cents a liter US, which worked out to $1 Canadian. So it's like, even though my car is drinking more, I'm technically probably spending around the same amount because I'm saving money on the gas. I'm not even going to figure it out. But yeah, it was 3 tanks the first day, 3 tanks the second day. I stopped in Columbus halfway. Oh yeah, he's stuck at work and jealous. Yeah, I understand. Someone had asked me how the border crossing was going. Oh, Graham had asked me how the border crossing went. And I knew I was going to get pulled over. I knew I was going to get told to go to the room or go to the building or whatever. I knew that was going to happen because I'm driving across with a trailer full of Lego.
Yeah. You work first. You're driving across with a trailer first of all, so they gotta want to see what's inside of it.
And a trailer full of built mocks. Not necessarily when I got here, but anyway. So I knew I was going to get pulled over, and the guy at the got to the customs, and there was one gate. There was 2 gates open. Everything else was shut down, and there was one car in front of me. And I realized the other gate was empty, and I'm like, oh, I could have gone to that one, but at that point, I've already made my choice. I'm going in this lane, so I'm just going to stay there because
you don't change.
Don't want. Yeah. So I waited for the other car to go through. I came through. And the guy started asking me questions, and I was, Lego convention. Are you going to sell stuff? No, I have nothing to sell. I'm just going to meet my friends, display my model. He's like, is the trailer locked? I'm like, yes, here's the key. I had my passport. I had everything ready. I had all the information. He went out to the trailer and checked and locked it afterwards. My sister was like, did he lock it? Did he lock it? I'm like, yes, of course he locked it. Then he started asking me again, are you selling stuff? Because there's a lot of stuff back there. I'm like, no, I'm not selling any of that. I'm just...
displaying. I'm a little enthusiast.
and he just wasn't getting it. He apparently was a newer border agent. So he hadn't seen this type of thing, like someone going across with display stuffs. So he sent me over, and like I said, I knew it was going to go. And I showed him a picture of my castle, even on my phone. It's like, here's what I built. It's like, this isn't the finished picture, but it's mostly finished in the car, in the trailer, mostly unfinished now. Well, not mostly, but anyways. So I went over to, I pulled over, and there's no parking for a car with a trailer. So they put me in the do not park zone. And I'm like, but it's a do not park zone.
But you're alone. There's nobody else there.
Yeah, pretty much. But I put on my hazards, and I waited in the car because I thought someone would come up to me. And finally the lady comes up and says, are you coming inside? I'm like, oh, I thought someone was coming to me. Sure. So she sent me to the room where there's 4 people sitting at the chairs as well. They're waiting. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to be here for a while. Oh, well. So I sat there for a few minutes. I quickly texted my sister saying at the border in the office waiting to talk to someone. And a guy comes up and calls my name. He's got my passport. And he's like, Jeff? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, Lego builder? Yeah. Cool. I like Lego too. I'm like, oh, cool. And so he's like, so where are you heading? I'm like, oh, there's a convention going on in Alabama, BrickFair, Alabama. Ever heard of it? And he's like, no, I haven't. I'm like, oh yeah, there's one in Alabama in January. There's one in, I basically started talking to him like I was a fan of Lego, talking to a public person coming up to me, right? Like I was just trying to explain what was going on. He collects Lego. He's a Lego builder, it sounds like he collects a few sets. Maybe he's like the 18+ line type guy.
Well, there's more and more adult collectors out there because of the pandemic and everything else.
So basically, he hands me my passport and he says, "You're good to go." That guy's new. He wasn't sure what was going on. He's like, "You're not selling anything." I'm like, "No, I'm just displaying." He's like, "Yep, get going." I'm like, "Okay."
Start the car.
Start the car.
Hold on, I'm going to show my food in my face.
Start the car.
If anybody hasn't seen IKEA commercials, we got our first spammer for the night.
Let me see if I can delete it. You beat it.
Oh, blocked anyway. Looks like this one's Russian. Cool. We're getting Russian bots now.
Russian bots.
Is that because I'm in?
Because of my tracksuit comment.
That's right.
They knew it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
sorry.
For the rest of the day, I drove down Buffalo to Pennsylvania, which is a really short. Pennsylvania is a really short piece. Ended up in Ohio. I stopped at So I stopped for gas once on that stretch. And then when I got to
Well, you did stop in Pennsylvania, didn't
No,
you?
I didn't. There's no Lego store in Pennsylvania. I stopped
Okay.
in Cleveland, which is Maddie's hometown. Originally she was going to come with me, but she flew down the day before. So I stopped in Cleveland, and I went to the Lego store there, and I got some food. Like that was one of my breaks. And then I got back in the car, and I drove to Columbus and stayed there for the night. There is a Lego store in Columbus, but their hours were 11 till 6. So I was there at 7 o'clock at night. So they were already closed. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just come back. I think I checked their hours before I went. And I was like, oh, I'll just come back on the way back. I'll go there. And then I realized, no, I'll probably won't get back there in time because I'll be getting there in the evening anyhow. So I won't make it to that one. But then that night I planned it the next doors. I ended up driving over. Like once I got to the room, I kind of unpacked my stuff for the night at least. And then I got in the car and I drove to the closest Target, of course. And I bought some stuff.
Which looked like a Canadian Target because there was nothing in the alleys.
No, this Target actually had 2 entrances though. Most of the Canadian ones that they were building only had 1 entrance. But I went to one today again, and it looked exactly like the Canadian version. So obviously they just used that blueprint. I'm gonna eat these.
But I mean, that picture you showed us with the empty Lego aisle, it just looked like a Canadian Target. Because when they opened, the Canadian Targets didn't have anything. They were short on everything.
I agree. I'm not on the Wi-Fi on my phone. Let me just upload these photos quickly, just so I can share them with you guys. I'm using my data plan for this, but luckily, because I work for a telco, I have,
data.
I have data.
Data.
Commander Data. Take over the Enterprise.
Okay, hold on. I think I need to connect to.
You have the bridge, Commander Data.
I'll have to connect to the Wi-Fi on my phone.
Red Spanner.
Okay, I had to get the password here. So yeah, I mean, so this morning I woke up. Like I went to bed at about 11 o'clock last night. This morning I woke up and I just
on the road again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, wait to get back on the road again.
So yeah,
I love building Legos with my friends. I'll be back on.
Interrupted again. And I forgot the password because you guys started saying. Anyways,
we can run the commercial for the war ants too, if you want, Jeff.
No, just okay. 2 seconds here.
I'm Astor, a robot. I can put back my arms. You can.
And no one has any idea what you're talking about. So.
Yes, they are. They do. If they're Canadians and they're our age.
Yes, but the reference to that. No, we can get to that in a little bit. Anyways, okay, I'm now connected to this guy's Wi-Fi. Done. And hopefully I can upload those pictures now. Okay. I got into the house like 5 minutes before the chat started. Pictures are coming up, so I'll pull them up in a second. So yeah, this morning I just decided I was originally going to leave at like 6 or 7 because the hotel had a continental breakfast. And I ended up deciding like that night, if I leave at like 5:30, I can just stop for breakfast at McDonald's somewhere on the highway when I get gas, and I can get ahead of the schedule. So I ended up stopping at Bricks and Minifigures in Louisville, Kentucky, because the Lego store there doesn't open till 11 a.m., but they close at 8 p.m. So I got to Bricks and Minifigs like a few minutes before.
And you pass a 924 at like an amazing price.
I did actually. What picture were we talking about?
We were talking about the Target Lego aisle.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get to that in a minute. So this is what I had to pack. I need
stuff to pack.
No, that's my watch. That's how many steps I did yesterday. No, yeah, yesterday. No, that was the night before. Anyways,
I was gonna say you were driving all day yesterday, so you wouldn't have walked that much.
Yeah.
No, yesterday morning. It's time for, whoa, hey, here's something interesting. My alarms are still set for Eastern. So if you ever jump across the border, if you ever go across the state line, you need to update your alarms. Because my phone says it's 8:30, but my alarm Oh, that makes sense. My alarm went off at 8:30. It didn't adjust for an hour ahead. Empty trailer. So this is yesterday. My empty trailer. 2 rows. Like there's a row in the back sideways, and then these big bins. I had 2 of these lids crack on the trip, but the bins survived, and they were on the bottom, and they had heavy stuff on top of them, so it didn't surprise me. Empty. Car packed. That's the Royal York Hotel. And Dave, I brought your box of classic space boxes.
Oh, there you
go. Because some of the classic spacers might want them.
Sure.
And if not, Atlanta Brick Company may be interested in them. And we'll see what happens with that. Notice all the snow. Like we had a foot of snow the day before too. It was awesome. So this is fully packed. So these blue bins here, this one right up front here. Yeah, it has these nice buildings in it.
Yeah.
Guess what I get to rebuild tomorrow? I have another picture later. So basically what happened was this box slid forward, I think, during the trip. The back box slid sideways, and this one rotated. And like a couple of these bins, and there was a piece of the bottom bin here was cracked, and it was on top of here. So I'm not sure how it jumped all the way up there, but I hit some wicked potholes on the road. So, that's probably how it happened. So yeah, Cleveland Lego store. I texted this picture to Maddie because it's her hometown, saying, "Hey, do you know where I am?" And she wasn't sure at first, and then she realized afterwards. And yes, I bought some Lego. Here's the Target, and here's the Lego aisle at the Target. Like
that's a Canadian Target.
That's Canadian Target. I did quickly look at the Lego aisle in here in Alabama, in Birmingham, because I stopped today at a Target. And it looked a little bit better, but still didn't have stuff. Oh, that's just T-shirts my kid was interested in. This is my lovely couch. Notice the two-tone and the rips? This was in the hotel room last night. So anyway. Oh, and I haven't got many new pictures. Hold on. There we go. Okay. That's where all the other ones went. So yeah, Bricks and Minifigs, some guy's license plate. We'll just go to the next one. So this was in Louisville, Kentucky. I showed up just as they were opening. I talked to the guy for a little bit. I bought a couple of little things. But it wasn't the owner. It was just an AFOL in the area. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we have a show coming up in Louisville in a couple of weeks." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think Brick Snaps, one of the popular YouTubers is going to, or one of the popular builders is going to be there." And I said, "I'm heading down to Alabama for BrickFair, Alabama." And he's like, "What's that?" He's like, "BrickFair's in Virginia." And I'm like, "No, they have one in Alabama in January too." And like, these guys are not that far. I mean, they're a day's drive, if that, less than that, 6 hours. I had no idea about it. No one in his lug is going. I'm like, "Oh, okay." Anyway, so yeah, there were some nice train sets. No, there were these 2 sets. And yes, I
don't recognize those sets. I don't know what theme that is.
And if anybody's watching this, don't buy it, because I might buy that one on the way home, because I actually don't own.
Yeah, because $60 American for the 924. That's a great price, and it looks like it's in great condition because the white is like really white. I don't know if it's the lighting or your phone or if it's really that white, but
I don't know. But yeah, I agree. And I you know what? I took the picture because I saw it, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm taking this picture for the Daves," and I posted it in our chat today. And
I missed it.
And that 928 is also really greatly priced because $200 US, and it looks great too.
And that's a 497, sir.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever.
Well, it says. But,
you don't know. Maybe they imported it from Europe.
Yeah. So, but the store had lots of sets in it. They had a party room in the back that was full of Star Wars sets.
Now we don't care about that.
No, Axel, I'm picking it up on Monday. They don't sell.
Oh, by the way, Axel, that Ford Technic truck was over at that TK's warehouse thing for $70. I didn't buy it because I bought the Ferrari.
Oh, how much was the Ferrari?
140.
See, I'd almost be interested in that Technic truck, except for the fact that it's orange.
The truck was $70 there, and the Ferrari is 140. And I was just going online. It says 220 at Costco. I said, "Well, I'm buying this now."
So after being in Louisville, I drove down to Kentucky to Nashville, And I drove past the Grand Ole Opry, which for me was like, oh, that's kind of cool. My parents used to listen to country music and stuff, and I always heard about the Grand Ole Opry and stuff. Or maybe later in life I heard about it. I don't know.
No, your parents.
But so the Lego store there is at the Grand Ole Opry Mall, which is literally right beside the Grand Ole Opry. So I drove past it, and I thought that was kind of a cool thing. I didn't get to see the rest of Nashville because I was on the interstates, but I took a picture. I ended up buying. I bought 2 Pick Up Brick cups at the Cleveland store. I ended up buying another cup here because they had a piece that was available at one point at all the Pick Bricks, but I couldn't. It's since disappeared, and that's those support pieces that they use on the new space shuttle set, or the new space launch set that's coming out in March. They've got them in blue, I think, or dark blue.
Yeah.
So it's like the 6x5x1 support.
Yeah,
structure.
with the X in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had.
I love that piece. I love that piece. By the way,
Me too. They had those in yellow, and I when I was building the classic space display, I was my classic space display. I was starting to work on a few months ago. I started to play with the next section, which I thought, because it's cargo containers in one section, I thought, oh, the other section I should have a bit of storage for some cargo containers there, like some racking. And I pulled out those pieces in yellow because that's the great color for them, and I had 4 of them or something. And I'm like, oh, I need to buy more. And then I remembered that some of the stores had them, but they were all gone. But they actually had them at this store, so I was like, yes. So I grabbed those.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, I was. So yeah, that they're in this bin. Plus, I got more of these those weird angle pieces that I was using on my dark gray bin, or my dark gray base. I also bought the carrot set because I watched Fazoom's stream the other day, Chris's stream, the other day, and he was showing it off. And as a result, because this was $80 US, this was $90 US, but I got the year of the whatever that one is,
Tiger. Yeah.
And I also got a free Monkey Bag Polybag, or Monkey Kid Polybag, because I bought a Monkey Kid set. So I'm like, okay, that's not too bad.
Good deal there.
And then I parked near a Waffle House, so I took a picture for Mr. Giddens. And then this is in Alabama now, the Target that I went to, just taking a picture of it because, Oh, Mark Sandlin had said to me, Mark Sandlin started texting me, Fleebnork. He started texting me as we were partway down, or as I got into Alabama, and he was asking me how the drive was. And I'm like, oh, great. I'm like an hour away from the convention. I was able to unload tonight because they were open till 7, and Todd had said if you can get in early, you can unload. That was the other reason why I left a little early this morning.
Cool.
Waffles and
so you got a few hours
because I left early. I got there a little bit earlier, which was good.
So you gained a few hours of setting up.
Well, not only that,
you're already unpacked.
I was originally supposed to be at the Grand Ole Opry store at 1:58, and at one point my car beeped, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. And I look over at the screen, and it now says 12:58. I'm like, woo! I gained an hour because I passed the date line, or I passed the time zone. But I didn't see any signage for it. So either I missed it or it just happens, and no one, you figure they'd sign it on the highway or something. So I'll have to look on my way back. But yeah, so I on my way up, just as I was getting into Alabama area, Mark had texted me and said, hey, there's a Target at exit 267. You should go there and look for the Target Lego exclusives. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I should, but I want to get to the convention too. And he's like, oh, it's right off the highway. It'd be really easy to get to. I'm like, okay, fine. They're 50% off right now at all the stores. So I was hoping to get one of the classic space figures T-shirts, and I couldn't find one. I did find one in the other store that I went to the night before, but it was like triple extra large, and I'm not quite there yet, and I don't intend to be there yet.
Hey, Jeff, it's the pandemic. You're going to be confined for a few months still.
6,500 steps today. That's not bad. Not as good, but I was driving for the whole day. So anyway, but I did find a few things. I got the minifigure puzzle. This is a notepad. I got a beanie in light gray with the minifig head on it, which I thought was kind of cool. And this is the coasters. But like I said, they were all 50% off. So it was like, the hat was
good deal.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it because it's stuff that I wouldn't be able to get in Canada at all.
Or at least not at 50% off.
Yeah, and then when I arrived, I basically unloaded, and as I was unloading, I found bins that had some issues. Remember that bin that was all the buildings?
Oh no!
It's still buildings. And the hilarious thing is the orange one mostly survived, and this is the one that Janie always hated. I always wanted me to destroy.
It's not pretty.
It's the hate that kept it together.
One at a time.
But it's big chunks, as you said. It's
big chunks, yeah. But this bin is also the one that this is the underside of the bin, and there's a nice crack in it.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, my trailer's still hooked up to the car. Tomorrow I'll hook it just park it and lock it down. But I'll check the trailer tomorrow just to see if there's any more parts. But this bin was on top of something else, so I mean, it just rattled around. And if I go back, I'll probably toss this bin out because it's garbage now.
Yeah, it's garbage now.
Yeah.
And this bin was the ones that that Janie and I bought years ago, and it holds two 32 base plates perfectly. So I bought a bunch of these, and the lids always snap. They were horrible bins because they don't last. My sister wants to shut me up, I think. Yeah, I know.
Duct tape. No, she's saying duct tape it.
Yeah, well, and I might, but I'm not worried about it. I brought a couple extra bins anyhow because I had some stuff to get rid of. Like I brought some extra bins, so I might be.
As long as you're not selling.
I'm not selling. No, I have to get rid of.
Because then you'd be lying to the officers at the border.
I'm not selling, Dave.
I know you're not.
In fact, I had some pink pieces, and this gentleman was there. Does everybody know?
Hey, there's that good-looking guy.
He showed up earlier today, and that's Andrew, the Bionicle guy. He's helping set up in the background, but he came to BrickFair one year and brought all his Bionicle stuff. I think that was the year.
I remember that.
2015.
That was a good Bionicle display.
Yeah, he brings it all. So, but yeah, Bricksmith was there already, and we got to chatting, and I ended up opening the bin, and I had a couple of trans pink pieces and a couple of dark pink pieces from the troll sets that I didn't care to have, and I was going to get rid of in other methods, and I'm like, you know what? Here you go. You can use these, and I know you'll make good use of them. And I gave it to him. I meant to bring some pink brick for him, and I totally forgot. So at least he got that out of it. So that was good. Anything else? Let's see. One of the gray bins. That's the corner of it. So those gray bins, I'll probably just put those ones on the top and tape them down a bit, just so the lids don't pop off. But they're cracked, but I can probably survive with them. And then my classic space building got a little bit destroyed.
That's fine. You'll fix it.
No.
Yeah, I mean, that's still fixable. And I have to rewire. I put channels in for the wiring. In fact, you can let me just see if I can zoom in. You can see a little light piece here, a light piece here. So I've gotten the lighting area ready, but I'm picking up an order from one of the people in Rob Hendricks's group who's coming down, and I bought some life lights off of him. So
excellent.
I think that's it. Is that it? Do I have anything else to say? Any questions from the chat or from you guys?
I'm happy you're there.
I am too. I'm going to get up early tomorrow. I need to get some breakfast type groceries and stuff here. Like I said, unhook the trailer. I need to get the car. I'm going to put some more gas in the car and go through a car wash because my car is gray, as in light gray, not dark gray. And it looks horrible. But that's what 2 days of driving, and the first day was mostly in snowy conditions. But I mean, there's no snow in Hamilton.
No, there isn't.
It was dry, and even into Buffalo there was nothing. In Pennsylvania there was a little bit, just because it was south of Lake Erie.
It's actually pretty sad winter so far up here in the Canada or land.
Well, so you say that, Dave, but we got a snow flurry came in, or we got lake effect snow in Peterborough, that off of Georgian Bay. So it traveled quite the distance. It missed Barrie completely.
It's a cold snap. I mean, I'm going to say that it's stupid cold, but there's no snow.
Yeah. Well, we got some lake effect across it. We got a foot of snow on Monday morning.
That's because you're far north of me.
Yeah, but we don't
far north, like the Great White North over there.
But Jeff, how's the weather in Alabama?
Okay, well, let's just say this: my snow tires are nice and warm today. It's above 7 degrees. It was 13 at one point. It hit 13 degrees. And I went from wearing a sweater outside to just like when I came into Bricks and Minifigs, I was already like, I don't need a coat anymore. I don't need a sweater. I'm in a t-shirt. Tomorrow I'm putting shorts on because it's in the middle. It's in the mid to high teens for the next few days.
Oh,
so and that's Celsius for those of you who are American. Although I don't know if there's anybody American watching right now. They're all probably packing up for BrickFair and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just. Oh, for our American friends, I'm Aster the robot. Yeah, so I was telling the our chat group about the damage to my bins, and this is where the I'm Aster robot. I can put my arm back on, so you can't, but you can't. So stay safe thing came. It's a Canadian commercial with a robot who breaks her arm and then puts it back on. It's like a CG, an early CG thing, and if at all. And
it was a cute commercial.
It was a cute commercial, and we all remember it. And it was just kind of funny to see that.
And there were, like I said in our private chat, there was a French version of it.
Yeah. Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It have to be.
Je suis Astor, le robot. Moi, je peux remettre mon bras. Vous pas. Jouez prudemment.
I'm not hungry anymore for cold French fries. I might heat them up again afterwards. B&B is pretty decent. My sister was asking. It's got 2 bedrooms. It said it's up 4. So I thought it said it had 4 bedrooms, but it's got 2 couches and 2 beds. So oh no, wait, there is a 3rd bedroom. But I mean, it's okay. It's a house. It's something to live in. And like I said, other than the electrical being 2-prong in most places, everything else is not bad. Luckily, I brought my power cord, right there. I brought a power cord which is plugged in around the corner in the other room, because with a CPAP machine, I always have to have a power cord with me, like an extension cord, just because usually there's not a plug near a hotel cabinet that's doesn't turn off when you turn the light off, which is what happened last time. So, but yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's warm. It's it's an older place, but well, I mean, I'm in the kitchen right now, and you can see these lovely, beautiful wood cabinets on top of lighter or redder wood over trims and stuff. But it'll do. It's a place. It is what it is. My sister really hates that saying, apparently.
You're. I mean, you're not. You're just sleeping there, and
pretty much, yeah.
Because the other time you'll be at the convention, so
yeah,
except for on public days, because
sorry, I saw something over here I just wanted to check out. Above the fridge is like a white white tray, and it looks exactly like the one I have at home, but it isn't. So yeah, why don't we jump into news since it's already up on the screen? Dave already gave us one article, but I didn't even know Lego Digital Designer was still around, but apparently it's being shut down for Bricklink Studio or Stud.io. I guess they've changed it now completely to Studio, right? They don't call it Stud.io anymore.
Nope.
But it's now officially the Lego 3D building app. Some of us are still using MLCAD. I actually downloaded Studio on here because I thought if I had some time to kill, I could play with it at the show or whatever. So I'm going to try and learn it. My sister was trying to learn it too. It was kind of fun to hear. But yeah, that's really all I had to say about this. I haven't read any of these articles, so that's why, because I've been driving all day. So we did talk about the Bricklink Designer Program. New York Toy Fair for this year has been canceled. It was originally supposed to take place February 19th to 22nd. But due to pandemic-related issues, it's not going to happen. So hopefully,
like Joe Mino goes every year and he takes some really good pictures there.
Yeah, and and that's the funny thing because they have the pictures, the sets. They have new sets coming out, and I think we already get the summer sets by then. Like we get to see what some of the summer sets are. So
yeah. Well, at least the August release set.
Well, no, I don't know that it's the August. No, maybe it's like the April and May releases because they do have some of those. Like Speed Champions, we haven't seen. And there's a few other themes I know that we haven't seen yet. But I did see this quickly, and it caught my eye because someone had built a model of the Concorde, and it reached 10,000 supporters.
That'd be interesting.
That's a pretty cool model. So I just thought I'd share it. Again, looking for news quickly as we were getting setups here. So,
But is it really gonna be that popular?
well, I don't know. It's a fairly popular plane, or it was.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. It was, but it was retired like I think more than 10 years ago.
Yeah, true. Now, no,
So-
more than 20 years ago, because I remember being in college when the Concorde came into Toronto for the last time, because my college was really close to the airport, and we saw it fly in. Because it was doing the last few years, I think it was doing just these special trips that they don't normally do. Like the Concorde never flew into Toronto, but they did like kind of a preview or kind of a bonus set of last flights.
Yeah,
it was big news back then. But yeah, that was like 25 years ago, more than 25 years ago, because I've been working in my company for that long. Remember those spacecraft with a nose you could tilt? Dave, what spacecraft is it? Come on.
The Starship, the Starfleet Voyager.
Named after a Star Trek episode.
I want hello. I want set number of pieces. No, okay, anyway.
6929. Who doesn't know that?
Good enough.
I don't know the numbers of the sets, but
No,
I do know.
I
do know the names for them though.
I only know the number of that one because it's the set that I didn't like at all when I was a kid, when it was on the store shelves, and I would not buy it. You cannot pay me to buy it. And it's the one set that I really fell in love with after I got it in the collection 20 years ago. So, and I think right now Jeff has a box for it right now with him in Alabama.
It's actually at the convention center, but
whatever.
Yeah. So you were saying like who wants to buy this model? The same people that want to buy the Avro Aero model.
Well,
anyway, Avro Aero, famous Canadian plane that never.
Yeah, happened. I know, but
you know
they won't make an Avro Aero because it's just Canadians who Canadians are
one at a time, boys. Yeah. Jeez.
No. The two Daves talk over each other. That's how we work.
And I can't hear either of you. That's how that works.
Hey, we're supposed to be the Dave show.
Raise your hand. Well, I'm in a Dave sandwich right now, so.
Anyway.
The Marvel mech sets were delayed. They're now going to be released on April 1st.
Did they fix the problem?
I don't know 100%. I think probably some sets there were some stability issues. Perhaps Lego has fixed the issues. The sets were ready to go, but the images look the same as before. So there's no real information. It was a problem with the hip joints. They were too weak. At least that's what people are surmising. Ooh, big word. Overwatch 2 Titan set has been delayed due to some political issues with inside Blizzard. There's some
apparently there's some harassment, and it's not a great work environment for women.
Yeah.
So and it like leaked out of the company, and now Lego is taking a step back, saying, "Well, we won't produce a set."
Fix your issues, man.
Yeah.
So come on, Blizzard, get on it, because I know there's probably some people that want this set. Personally, not so much, but could be good for parts or for Bricklink. Yeah. So,
and there are some Overwatch fans out there, because
there are. The VIP coins have come back.
Yeah, I was debating getting one, and then I went, it's just a piece of metal. It's going to sit in my Lego room that's already filled to capacity. So, nope, I'm going to pass on it.
Yeah. They cost 1,500 points each, and the coin holder costs 700 points. If you're brand new to the coins, everything would cost you 6,450.
And you have to order them through an order. You have to order something from Shop at Home to get them, and you have to order within 60 days. And there's nothing on the website right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to order crap to get the coin. No.
Yeah. Forget it. We're going to find out what's on the website shortly too. That's why I pulled it up quickly. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they caught it early enough and they just didn't know if they could get it out in time for those sets. But yeah, maybe 4 months after a piece is made until it's are on the shelves. I don't know if they're making a new part. They probably just redesigned it, but who knows, right? They might also just throw another bag inside the boxes with the replacement parts and just have an extra sheet of paper because they've done that in the past too.
Yeah. They done that for the space shuttle. You know, remember that space shuttle that came with the booster? It was I think it was a creator set.
Yeah. And yes, sorry, Axel, I said 1,500 and it's 1,150 points. Sorry, I'm tired. I've been driving for like 10 hours today. You drive 10 hours and see. Wait, if you drove 10 hours, Axel, you'd probably be in France or Spain or something like that. I don't know. If
Or Portugal.
Portugal, yeah, who knows? Depends which way you drive too, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, but you know, if you buy it all, it's going to cost 6,450 points, and you can get a $50 gift card for 6,500 points, at least American, I'm guessing. So I don't know what's more important, the coins. I'd love to get the classic space one. I think if I were to get any of them.
Yeah, that was what I was debating getting that one because it's classic space, and then I went, no, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna. I didn't like it. They came on. Everybody got one. Well, everybody that was early enough to get one, and I didn't get one. I lived through it, and now I don't really need it. So yeah, you can order mine. I'm not gonna get it.
I'm just going to check here. I'm just going to take this away for a moment and quickly sign in, just because you guys don't need to watch that. Oh, well, it was.
I wanted your password, Jeff.
It's already pre-saved, apparently. Anyways, I'm just going to open up the reward center and
order your coin.
No, I just want to see if they're available still.
Well, yeah, they are.
Okay, well, Dave said they are, so they must be. When's the last time you checked, Dave?
Today.
Today? What time?
Like.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, see.
Okay.
There. Trust me. Come on.
Dave Koudy, you know you want to do this.
No, I'm good.
You don't want a classic space coin, man?
No, I'm with Dave. I'm in the same boat. I don't need. I just want Lego in this room.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would rather spend all these points on getting a $5
TARDIS, but it's not even a Lego TARDIS. But because I missed that.
I would rather spend all these points getting a $5 discount for more Lego pieces than a piece of metal that's just going to sit here in my.
I'm glad Dana has one, and I'm happy for the people who want them, but it's just not something I'm interested in.
Yeah, fair enough. Axel is saying that if you were to drive 10 hours, if I would drive 10 hours, it'd be very relaxed. I'd either take the train or let myself be driven. Yeah, good point. Here's a question though, Axel. I drove because I needed to bring a huge mock. Can you bring like huge amounts of stuff on a train, like, or is it just you have to ship it? I wonder, because I mean, driving.
I'm guessing you have to ship it because.
Yeah, but I know trains do have storage for larger things too. Like they do have baggage. I don't know. I'm just curious how that would work. But anyways,
well, planes do too, but you have to pay for it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you say you had a mock that needed to go to Billings, like, you just pay for the cargo. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I mean, like if I lived in Europe and I could take a train to BrickFair, Alabama type, like, you know, if we had the train network that they have in Europe, I mean, yeah, I would have taken a train like that, right? Like,
yeah.
Just because.
Well, this is North America. We drive everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna pause the news for a second because I was astounded by the amount of transport trucks I drove past in the past couple of days. Like Canada, we've got, like, we see transport trucks, but we don't see, like, we see like groups of 3 or 4 on the highway. We don't see hundreds as you're driving down the highway. You know what I mean? Like there were more transport trucks on the road than cars, at least this morning when I was driving, like early in the morning. And just in general, there was like, it was probably half for cars and transport trucks. But here in the States, I feel like I've been here forever. Here in the States is what we do.
Here in the States.
Because I was driving so early in the morning, every off-ramp had transport trucks parked in the shoulder and they were all sleeping. And every 10 miles, there's like a rest stop completely packed with transport trucks. And all the transport trucks are on the off-ramps of all the exits because there's no place for them to stop in the rest stops.
Wow.
And it was like literally both ways. I must have passed 1,000 transport trucks an hour, like driving through, and probably even more than that. And all the restaurants off the highway have transport truck parking behind them, like large lots that are full of transport trucks. I was like, I always knew that America was built on the train, like the transport truck was the backbone of America. But it wasn't until today when I saw it, I was like, oh my God. So, but anyways, I mean, we have that in Canada, but I guess we were still connected by rail, maybe a little bit. Like there's a main rail line going up across.
There's rail, there's boat because of the Great Lakes.
Yeah, that's true too. But we don't really get a lot of cargo into. Well, I guess it comes in more through Montreal and Ottawa and Quebec than the Quebec City and Montreal areas than it would come into like on Toronto areas, because you don't really see cargo yards in downtown Toronto. Hello, Frederick. Just joined. Are you guys going to talk about the Bricks and Pieces merge in this live?
Sorry, Frederick.
We did talk about it a little while ago, or at least Dave's our expert today because I haven't had a chance to read the articles. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean,
it's interesting. I have my reservations, but it's interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of I'm gonna have to read the article a bit more later and talk to the people live here. Although I was the only person masked when I went into the convention hall today, there's only about 10 people there, and I was the only one wearing a mask, and everybody's kind of looking at me. I'm like, I'm from Canada, and I got to make it back across the border without COVID. And they're all like, yeah, okay, fine, good point. But anyways, yeah. So coins. Let's go back to the news. I took that away for a minute,
yeah, I'm not getting the coin. Dave's not getting the coin. Jeff, are you getting the coin?
I'd be tempted to get the Space and Castle, just because those ones are fun. But what would I do with them? Right? I agree. There isn't really a use for it, so I probably won't. But they're available, and if I don't get them now, then they'll never be available again. Anyway.
You're a completist. Collect them all. You want them all.
I think it's kind of cool to have, but I don't think it's going to be worth anything in the long run, right? So why bother? Anyway. So Year of the Tiger set, you can pre-order it from Zavi.com. You can actually just get it as a free gift or purchase for $80 US. I'm not sure what the price is Canadian, but we'll double check in a minute. Probably about $100 Canadian. So I managed to snag one of these today. Apparently you can buy it from Zavi for $9.99 though. Released January 28th. So I think I have most of the years for these sets. So, and again, I'm a completist, I guess.
Year of the Tiger.
No, it's the Eye of the Tiger. But yeah.
Eye of the Tiger.
Axel is starting to get to know me, and this kind of worries me, but you got one, you get them all. You know it. We know it. Get to the dark side.
They have cookies, apparently.
I could probably use some cookies. I've been eating licorice and barbecue popcorn chips. No, barbecue small rice cake thingies for the past couple of days for snacks. Okay, so Lego ideas. We won't really go over the projects, but 36 projects have made it through this round, which is down about 20 projects. Sorry?
Go projects.
Yeah, which is down about 20 projects from last round. So it's nice to see it settling down a bit again.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to quickly scroll through them. Maybe we'll come back to
them. But see, the bad thing is that either they get whether they get 50 or 26 or 36 approved, they only make like 1 or 2 or 3 from those batches. So
yeah, I agree. So Bricklink designer program. It wasn't mentioned here, but round 1 has started shipping to Europe and I think the Asias and maybe Australia areas. I don't know. But I got an email yesterday because I ordered Jason's the Pursuit of Flight set. And the Pursuit of Flight set said it was going to ship in, I think, early February or late January for North America. So anybody who's waiting for those sets, they will be released. Well, you probably got an email already about it, but they'll be released at the end of the month. I guess just they were releasing it by continent because it's just easier that way. So yeah, the Chinese Tradition Festival sets were released yesterday. January 9th. And I actually saw them in both stores, and I was very tempted to buy this one. $120 here. I think it's 150 Canadian.
Yeah.
So dollar for dollar, like with the conversion, it's the exact same pretty much.
No.
So I decided to not get it here, even though I really want it, because I'm a completionist apparently for these sets, or I try to be, because there's a few I don't have. But honestly, I love this.
You will get them all.
But this set does have the Ice Planet 2000 guys, so come on.
That's a cool.
You can order. You can order it from the new Pick a Brick.
Yeah, but not the build a minifig won't be. I don't know if that means the torsos won't be available for North America yet.
Well, I think the torsos will be available.
Yeah,
Jeff, you get what you want, and nobody's going to question it.
Exactly. And this set was there too. This one I'm not so much for me.
Dave did in the it's your collection. You do what you freaking want.
Yeah, I have so many extra sets right now to build. Like I haven't been building for the past 6 months because I've been building for the past 6 months.
Really, what have you built mainly, Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff, you haven't shown us anything.
I'll rebuild it tonight. I'll rebuild it tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll post a video on my YouTube channel of the whole castle. Shane does not want coins, and I do not blame him. I still kind of do. And it was red licorice, Axel, but yeah, if I had my Budaraya drop, which are my farmer licorice, the ones shaped like the little farm animals and that, I would have been eating those down crazy. But it was a bag of red licorice just because that's what I had.
Were they Twizzlers?
Yeah, they were just red Twizzlers. I bought them at Christmas and put them in my stocking, and I never got a chance to eat them. I'm like, oh, I'll take them with me. So I ate like.
I got druppies. You forgot to ask me for druppies before you left.
Druppies. Well, that's what I was saying. That's why the Budaraya drop was what I didn't know you had. I could have gone to a Dutch store and just picked some up.
There's like one down the street. So
I know. I have one in my town too.
When we were at the Lego store a couple weeks back over at Jamie's store, there's like a Dutch store like 3 doors down from there.
I know. The one in my town is called Maggie's Meat Market.
Okay. And
it's run by like an 80 or 90-year-old lady who's named Maggie, and she has the Dutch accent. And every time I go in there, I feel like I won't say home because I never actually lived in home. But it's just a nice feeling. Yeah, it's such a good feeling to walk in there and just hear that Dutch accent happen. Side note, if you ever want to hear a Dutch accent, Dave, watch Alaskan Gold Miners, I think it's called, or whatever. I can't remember.
Gold Miners, whatever.
No, it's the Alaskan Gold Gold Rush, Alaska.
Okay,
something like that. There's it's not the Bering Sea Gold one. It's the actual one where they're on land. And there's a Dutch guy named Tony Beets, and him and his wife came across from Holland in the early 70s, and they went to Alaska or they went to the Yukon and basically bought land, and they've been mining it ever since. And they're millionaires. Like they go to Mexico every year for the winter.
I could do that. I could handle that kind of
lifestyle. But it's kind of cool.
Give me $1 million so I can live that kind of lifestyle. It'd be great.
It's kind of cool for me because I hear his voice all the time. Like I hear the Dutch in his voice, and I'm like, oh,
isn't it awesome though?
It is.
Oh man,
let me just pick it up. Anyways, okay, back to news. Sorry. Are we going to film you setting up, Jeff? Oh yes, I do plan on that. I have my tripod in there. I first have to rebuild a bit though, so I will try and film a setup. There'll be some logistical issues too because there's a grate right near where the tables will be, like on the floor, like a power grate. So I have to figure that out too because I don't want the castle to be teetering. Anyways, Lego has talked to Lego. Apparently had a lot of fun with Target, and now they're getting into bed with Pottery Barn. They're going to release a Pottery Barn Kids. So they're going to release a Lego
Pottery Barn Kids.
They're going to release a Lego collection for kids' sheets, quilts, shams, pajamas, playmats, and beach towels. Okay, I want a kid to have a queen size bed so I can get these too. There is a video here for it. They are kind of adorable.
Jeff, you're so staying single.
Oh my God. Dave, can you send this to Jean-Marc? Because he will now have a whole new set of clothing to make, or a whole new set of bed sheets to make. Jean-Marc is one of our friends in New Brunswick, I believe it is.
Yep.
And he showed up. He was always known. He's known by the Americans as the crazy German guy, even though he's French Canadian. Well, he is originally from Switzerland, though, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
But he showed up at all the old brick fairs wearing pajamas or wearing bed sheets and Lego clothing made out of the old bed sheets, and people always thought he was kind of strange and stuff. We all love him. He's hilarious and he's a fun guy to hang around with.
And yeah, he's really cool. He's really like you can talk to him about Lego for hours and hours.
Yeah, and he loves great ball contraption. He drives a transport truck, so
yeah,
when like around New Brunswick area, and whenever there's a show in Canada, he would just basically say to his boss, "I want to do a run to Toronto. I want to do a run to Montreal," and they'll give him a run, and he'll just make a vacation out of it and stay the weekend and stuff. So it was always pretty cool to have him show up. I want to do a show again. I'm at a show.
Me
and I want to do a show. No, I mean do a show. I want BrickFair to come back. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this I saw today too, and I thought it's about time. I would love to see this actually become an idea, and I would buy it.
I love the hoop house. That's awesome.
I think this is one of the best ideas I have seen because we don't have a lot of plant-based type stuff, and a Lego minifigure greenhouse. I mean, it's been done. I know there's a haunted house set. I think one of the Scooby-Doo sets had a greenhouse in the haunted mansion or something, but this just looks beautiful.
Yeah, and that could be easily converted into a space greenhouse.
Okay, true. And
or something for a train show.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I
saw this.
Not thinking space all the time.
Yeah, I saw this and thought, yes, please, I'd buy that. Okay, new elementary. I think though this is December 26th, so I'm just gonna bypass that because that was the earliest article. December 29th. I don't know that they've had anything this year. Oh, the new parts.
New parts.
Which we're supposed to talk about tonight, but we'll see how that goes. I know I promised it, but hey. By the way, Mr. Cowdice, you should read the description of the YouTube video today.
My YouTube video?
No, my YouTube video. This.
I know. I saw yours. That was awesome, by the way.
What, this chat or what?
The video, the YouTube.
Which
said hi to me. You gave a shout out. It was nice.
Oh. So you read it?
I thought I did. I might have to look at it again.
Basically just saying that we would...
Also, we will bore Dave Koudy by talking about the 900 plus new parts that were released at the beginning of January 2022.
Bored, but I actually have to go because Sandy needs me. So I'm
Bye, Sandy. All right.
So night, everybody.
See you, Dave.
I'll talk to you in a bit.
All right.
Bye, Dave.
I love this stuff.
No. I don't know what he said. Love this something. And then he's gone. I can still move. I still see Dave. I don't know how he paused himself. But anyways, you know what? I'll just do that. He's still in the background, but then he's not there. Anyways, new sets. There wasn't anything new set-wise related that I saw.
Nope.
I've been a little busy, so I don't think there was anything. So we'll just bypass that.
No. There weren't any new announcement or release.
We'll just do that with the parts. Jay's Brick Blog. I didn't get much into this one. Let me open up that spreadsheet. First time running Microsoft Excel in here, so give me a moment.
We will upload it.
Open.
Please enter.
Well, I had to subscribe to Microsoft 365 to get whatchamacallit, to get Excel on my computer, but oh well. It's about time I did that. Okay, go to there, my drive. Where did I put it? Oh no. Anyways, you guys can just watch me make funny faces as I try to find this thing. This folder. This new computer is running Windows 11, so it's a little bit different. It's enough that I can it's not that bad, but it's just, you know.
Oh, you're already at Windows 11?
This new PC is running Windows 11. So I was kind of, it's like it knew I wanted to do that. How awesome is that? Anyways, we'll just add a new date because in case anybody is joining, I think everybody pretty much. Well, Shane McQueen might not know. We've been tracking the progress of Lego sets since
The
October.
availability of Lego sets.
The availability of Lego sets as of October 13th, where it was 542. So, 63% of Lego sets were available through the holidays. We got down to as low as 11%. 11%, yeah. Which was obviously after Christmas. So today we are the 12, 22, 1, 12. So every week we've just been kind of seeing with the new sets released to see how Lego's been doing. I always say this, but search Lego and Lego.com. You get every set. Coincidentally, every set has the word Lego in the description.
Yeah.
And then you can filter it, and we can say sets 983. So we should see that as our magic number. And we'll close these things down. And we'll go to availability, and we're just going to enter this in. Whoops. Out of stock, 776. Oh, look, it went up. Oh, hold on. Number lock isn't on. Sorry about that. 776. And I usually do this too, and I haven't done that. Shift into, this keyboard's a little weird too. New keyboard. Available now, 171. Oh, surprise, it went down. And back ordered 15. Coming soon, 21. Shift insert. That should hopefully fix the other numbers. There we go. Copy, shift insert. I usually have this pre-done because, I'm usually not in a new house. Anyway, so yeah, 17% of Lego sets are currently available as of January 12th. How awesome.
17%.
17%. Oh my God, this chair is cutting off circulation to my legs. Anyway, okay, I'm standing up now. Yeah, so that's
17%. 17% of Lego sets are available right now.
Currently available. Yeah.
So yeah, that's another reason why I didn't go for the coins, because there's nothing to order on the Lego website, and you have to order within 60 days, or else you're gonna lose your redeem point, your redeem code.
Yeah, and Axel's saying you can get more sets in the European Union at the moment, like the Star Wars accessory packs. Yeah, usually Europe gets more sets than we do at this time. I know a lot of ours are, like a lot of the coming soons are like February, March. Let's just see what the coming soon sets are. Done. Oh, $110 Canadian to get that set. Wow. Rocket launch set. The lunar base, the Hogwarts sets are all coming out later. This one here, I'm not even going to bother trying to say that because high-speed train. Huh, that's interesting. I could have swore when I was at the Lego store today, I heard someone say, "Oh, there's not a lot of trains," and someone said, "Well, there's this one," but obviously, this one is not out yet.
It's not out yet.
The tulip should be in here as well. Yes, or the sunflowers in here as well. Is there a date on these guys? Coming soon as well. So they don't even have dates because they're not sure. These guys we already talked about were back ordered.
Surely Lego has some production issues.
Yeah. Well,
it's not just that the kits are popular and they are selling well. It's just like right now it's a production problem.
Yeah, I agree.
And you can blame COVID all you want, but we've seen the video, Lego. There's like no one in your factory except for robots. And robots don't get COVID.
Well,
there's no excuses there.
I don't think I wouldn't say it's that. Also, I would say it's also just the fact that that there's so many people buying sets, they just can't produce enough sets. Like they probably have to produce more sets now than they used to, and they just don't have the capacity for it. That's my guess, but I don't know. I'm not going to yell at Lego because eventually they'll get it. Okay, what color is this? I knew it was transparent fluorescent green. Everybody was saying it was trans yellow.
Is that trans yellow?
I bought 2 of these packs today because I assumed it was trans green, and everybody was yelling at me saying, "No, it's trans yellow," and I'm like, I don't think so. This comes in one of the new Dots series.
It's not trans yellow. It's trans Trans neon green? Really?
Hold on.
Oh, I'm so disappointed. And what it used to be trans yellow.
Everybody said it was going to be in trans yellow. I'm not sure how well.
Well, they look trans yellow in
I
this.
agree 100%. They looked it, but I didn't think they were, because that would be just too nice. That is actually transparent green. It looks yellow in here, but it is definitely transparent green.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
Lego.
Anyway, but I mean, at some point, it will come out in transparent yellow. But I don't know.
In 2025?
I don't know, Dave. I'll look at the schedule and let you know. Sheesh. They do come in transparent blue, though, so at least there's that. I was just thinking these in a window, like in a half arch window, like a 1x4 arch. You get some nice stained glass going in that way, too.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this piece coming out in black or dark gray. I think I've talked about this one in the past. This is really good for some micro scale stuff. So Axel, if you just search for the word Lego and then on the sidebar of the Shop at Home site, just click the sets link in the categories, and then you can scroll down to the bottom and open up the availability section. They're expanding factories in China too for the Asian market, and a factory in Vietnam. Yeah, we'd seen that as well in the news the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Good thing Lego store is close to me. Yeah, we're a little jealous there, Shane. And many males are colorblind. They won't notice. Well, Dave Koudy is colorblind. That's why I got kicked off the chat. No, this friction pin in red is a new color.
Yeah, and we don't see that many friction pins that way. So
new colors. No, that's always cool. I'm really just looking for the new bits. If anybody likes Minecraft animals, there's Minecraft animals. They look new.
Horsey. There's a horsey.
There's a horsey. Oh yeah, the baby horse. That's the full size horse. Dark orange. Yeah, that's in the new city horse. The horse, the trailer with the truck and the horse and stuff. Bet you they had crappy gas mileage too with that thing. Anyway. Well, I wasn't happy with my gas mileage, okay? I knew it would be not great because I'm pulling a trailer. Oh, you know what the other thing is? Sorry. Do you know why the other reason I had crappy gas mileage?
Why?
Because once you get into Ohio, the speed limit goes from 55 miles an hour, which is like 65 miles an hour, which is around 100 kilometers.
Yeah. To
70.
Oh.
Sorry, 55 to 7. No, it was 60 miles an hour, I think, in Buffalo, and it hit 70 in every state from Ohio straight down. Like every state I was in, it was 70 kilometers an hour, which means you're driving 115 kilometers an hour to keep up with the traffic.
Yeah.
Over hills, pulling a trailer, gas guzzling.
Well, you bought a bigger truck with a bigger engine.
Oh, so okay. So that being said, my car, it didn't even feel like I was pulling a trailer. I totally, like, I knew it was there all the time, but I didn't have any of the feelings of my old vehicle where it was sluggish because the trailer was pulling back on it. Yeah. It drove like a dream. It was just thirsty.
Cool.
So yeah, I was happy with it. I think just driving that fast really killed the mileage too. The new light nougat pieces are in here as well. Nougat. New bracelet colors for the dot sets. What else? I'm looking more for new pieces, but this is the new yellow, which I did buy that set. I bought one of the police cars, the small police car. I haven't.
And did you open it?
No, I did not.
Oh.
Someone had posted in my Facebook page that they'd heard that if you put a dark color underneath it, the dark kind of shows through. So I will play with that this weekend and maybe take some photos and stuff of it.
Okay.
But I haven't had.
So it's transparent.
Hold on. Sheesh. Just looking for the Ziploc bags. Oh, there they are. Oh, and for the record, whenever you go on a Lego trip, you should always buy or bring some extra Ziploc bags.
Yes.
Because I brought pick a brick cups today, and I ended up throwing the pick a brick. They didn't open up on me, but I just basically put each pick a brick cup in a Ziploc bag. That way, if it does break open, it's all contained. Coincidentally, I should have put all of my buildings in Ziploc bags as well, because now. Yeah. Anyway, you know where I was getting at, but it might be a little big for this set. So I got this little set, which is the little race car, and it's got a 1x4 plate, I believe, in yellow. And I'm not going to build this right now. That's why I grabbed the Ziploc bag. But already it looks like it could be transparent-ish.
Transparent-ish.
So there's
yellow.
The color's not that great, but. Like you can kind of see some light shining through it. Let me just put a darker color here.
It's in between yellow and like greenish.
Yeah, it does have a name. Vibrant Yellow is the name. That's what the Lego name is.
It doesn't look like vibrant.
So I've got myself a black 1x3 plate here. I'll put it underneath. And it's hard to tell. There does look like to be a bit of a darkness under there. And it could just be the fact that the black is kind of reflecting into the yellow, like it could be a lighting issue with the camera, but
you would have to put it under a lamp,
to
really see what's
before and after. It's hard to tell, but like I said, I bought this set was like $9, so it's probably $12.99 Canadian. It's like a little 94-piece set, and I was like, you know what? I want to see what that color is, and that's why I bought it. But yeah, it's basically.
There we go.
I bought it for 2 1x4 plates.
Maybe you could have ordered them from Bricks, and now pick and build.
Yes, but I could have done that, but then I'd have to wait for like a month or two.
No, it's the 5-day turnaround.
Well, not yet, dude.
But in February it's like 20 days away.
No, we're not used to the Autobahn. And how many vehicles are pulling? Well, I guess there's probably a lot of vehicles maybe pulling trailers on the Autobahn. I saw a lot of that today too. A lot of vehicles pulling trailers. Maybe just because I was also pulling a trailer, I just saw more of it. But it was like cars, SUVs, pickup trucks, lots of pickup trucks with big wheels for no reason. Really, America? Anyway.
America love is their pickup truck with big wheels.
Ooh, I hear a train. Apparently, I'm near a train line. Hopefully, they don't come in the middle of the night. The Tiger set prints. My favorite piece in the world, just not the right color. That I only own probably a couple of thousand of, if not 5,000 or 6,000 now because of that castle. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think there's 100 pages. 100? No, it's 50 per page. So.
Hey, we can hear the train.
You can. It's loud. It's close.
Well, I hope it doesn't come through the night.
Well, I know not to go to sleep at 9:30 at night. I can tell you that much. Duplo, Yvonne, if you're still watching, although I think you might be at work now. Did Yvonne say she was leaving? No, she's been really quiet lately. She must be asleep. Or she went into work and just never told us. Anyway.
Yeah.
Lots of Duplo pieces. And I just bugged my sister because that's all the Lego she has in her house, technically. She's got a few sets for me because I gave her some. But with Duplo. This piece is definitely one of the newer pieces that's come out, which is kind of like the 1x1 round plate with bars underneath it. It's like a bar sandwich. Oh, yeah, she is here. Okay, I just wasn't sure. Oh, it's only 9:20. No, wait, it's 10:29. She should be starting work soon. Okay, sorry, sis. I just hadn't seen you in chat for a little while, and I was starting to worry. Maybe you fell asleep or something. And I know, like, looking at parts is really boring. But, oh, look, that's a one-piece cockpit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what to say to that. But that must be for some kind of junior
cockpit bottom.
Yeah. Mario pieces.
No, I'm guessing they're gonna be used in the new sets coming in the CD Space sets that are
Oh,
coming
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. You're right. So it's not even a juniorized piece. But then
Yeah.
why would they be in here yet? Because those sets aren't out.
Well, maybe
Hold on.
they're in the
Hold on.
some Monkey Kid
I'm just gonna
set
pop.
or
Yeah. I forgot that we could actually see what set it's in. And that's the Rocket Launch Center. So Axel, has this been released in Europe already? Since you're a European correspondent? Boring to look at parts. Depends which parts. He's just chatting away here. I'm not sure. Anyways, he'll get to that in a minute. So maybe those sets are available in Europe already. Wow, that train's still going by, for the record. Oh, no March, if I recall. Let me check. Okay, cool. It's just weird that it's actually available on this dump from Lego.com.
Yeah.
This is a weird looking piece. I'm assuming that's Mario related, but it just looks weird.
Yeah.
A rain cloud in Duplo. I'm guessing that's a rain cloud with rain. I don't know. Oh, these were one of the new parts that's in the Ninjago sets, which aren't out yet either. Same with these claw bits, I think.
Okay.
New, more big pieces to build with. These were in that Friends Poly, that little dots bag that I had here. These weird little charms and the hook to hook them on, which is down here.
Yeah.
How much creature number 149? What was that? Did you see an animal? Oh, beautiful. I probably won't buy any, but those are cute. The splat gear pieces, the splats, the egg. I don't know what to call them. I've been calling them splats because they just look like
they're just splats.
They're just splats. Dog number 37. These are the new doors that are going the 6x6 frame. So they're double doors. They're 3 wide, which are pretty nice. Already in 7 sets. At least the trans clear one.
These will make nice doors for like shops or.
Yeah, for sure. That fence piece, the Asian design fence piece. I can't think of a better name for it, but you know what I mean. The one that was originally in the Ninjago sets is coming in brown now. A white flame. It's interesting. Not sure why you'd have it in white, but okay. Bunch of tiles. So these are all the tiles from Dots. That's why there's so many pieces, because it's like, here's all the printed tiles. Super Mario. I'm not going quick, so if you don't like seeing that, then close your eyes or something. I don't know. More printed tiles. Okay.
Printed.
This is a new hip joint that they've come out with. It's the click hinges.
Yeah.
The larger style one. Oh, now I have an ambulance or a police car driving by. A different frame too. What's this? A 2x8x6 frame. So I guess the windows with the doors in them, they needed to make it a little more secure.
Yeah.
They made this bigger frame. Oh, and it's in bright blue. It's in classic space blue.
Oh. Interesting.
Poor Dave. He's missing it. 4x10 door. Oh, those are like the old brown doors that we had in Castle years ago. A dark green gold ingot. Although dark green gold ingot doesn't really make sense. A dark green ingot.
They're bringing back the inch pieces in blue.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, it's probably a new number, but they've been around. Obviously, I know I have some, but yeah, maybe they've redesigned slightly.
Or they're just bringing them back because they weren't in.
I know, and on top of that, this piece in blue, in original blue.
Yeah.
That is amazing. That's got to be a nice piece. Don't tell Dave, guys. Don't tell Dave.
Don't tell Dave.
Wedges.
I'm going to build something with them, and I'm going to show them to Dave.
He won't notice he's colorblind. No. Just tell him they're purple. He'll be like, oh, okay. For him, purple and blue, he can't tell apart that easily. I'd like if at all. Here's all our different mini doll heads, mini fig heads, probably next. Yep, mini fig heads. Sonic's head, new firefighter helmets, Star Wars related stuff. This is why there's so many parts. It's because they have all these, like every hips is in here, every torsos, the new different style of shooter. Does Lego have to come up with a new shooter type piece every week or every month or every year? Like, it feels like it was just a year ago that they came out with the last version.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. Hair. Sorry for the yawn. Oh, yellow afro hair piece. It's interesting. More hair.
What would you get a yellow afro though?
I don't know. You want to see what it is for? I'm kind of curious now. We'll come back to that. Oh, I'll go back to this page. Come on. Cones should be loaded by now. Plate 10 by 10 with half circle. Strange. Sand green 16 by 16 plate. Interesting. Oh, it's the hospital. There's a clown.
Oh.
I saw that set today and I was like, it looks kind of cool, actually. I like the look of it. Because it's not.
It has that new yellow too.
It has that new yellow. Yeah, but it's also it's not like a rectangular building, like it's got the curve in it. And the fact that this is offset, I think that looks kind of cool. Of course, I don't know if I'd want to put like our MRI machine above
the street.
But maybe that's actually a good idea because the radiation wouldn't bug people as much. I don't know. Nice brackets. This piece is new. The 1 by 2/3 plate, because we can't put two together.
No, of course we can't.
And yet the Sonic the Hedgehog set barely uses any of these, if at all, which is just crazy. And yes, that one helmet would be nice for a space helmet for sure. Oh, Yvonne's heading to work. I'll look tomorrow for updates. Have fun in Alabama. We'll try. CSS and everyone else have a good night. So my
Yvonne.
Gonna go make some donuts and do donut-y type stuff.
And serve some coffee
Yeah, she does drive through too, I think so. So the 1x4 outside bow piece, this is like 4 1x1s that we got last year, I think was the first year for those. So now there's a 1x4 version. A Duplo 2x6 plate.
Okay.
A 4x4? Tell me that. Is that Duplo? Okay, that's Duplo. Is it? That's Duplo, right? Yeah, that's Duplo. Okay. It says Duplo right there. I just saw.
Yeah, Duplo.
Okay. Sorry. I was like, what? There's a 4x4 with a single stud now? Because that could be useful, maybe. Although you could do that with 1x2 and a bunch of tiles, or 2x2 and a bunch of tiles. 4x8 corner plates. Oh, this one's new too, I think. The 5x5. So it's a 4x4 curve with an extra plate on either end. I think that one's new as well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it really anywhere. It might not be 100% new, but this piece is nice. I saw this piece and thought, if this comes out in reddish brown, other than the fact that it might break easily, think of the lattice framed, like the old style wooden bridge structures you can build with that piece.
Yeah.
You have a column coming here, and then you can run all the angled pieces off of those. I'm like, oh, that would just be beautiful. Or actually, well, you could probably do that with putting that tile piece on the side. Anyways, I'm designing in my head now. More roller coaster track in more colors.
We needed more.
We only still have, there's still that one, the up and down one.
Yeah.
The transition to a straight track that only came in the red. And that irks me about Lego. Like, why don't you put out another piece in a different color so that people can build different colored roller coasters. This rock
And
piece
different lengths too, because
lengths. Yeah. Sorry.
we don't need more colors. We need different pieces of roller coaster to.
Yeah. These rock pieces are kind of interesting with the crystals inside.
Yep.
Like the dual modes. I think that's a pretty cool thing. That we'll get those in the titanium metallic and silver metallic. Nice. We'll get those in the space sets when they come out. So looking forward to those. Parts for the tiger. More this vibrant or yellow. They did definitely put out a lot of pieces in this color. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
Am I boring anybody yet? No.
I haven't fell asleep yet, so
Yeah. Well,
I think we're good.
I'm getting close. Oh, so yeah, these ones are in there too already for the space sets. So I'm assuming Bricks and Pieces won't have them yet, but that's a juniorized cement mixer bin part thingy. Another one of those cockpits.
Yeah.
Also for that same series of sets. Shock absorber head number 1. I'm guessing the shock absorber sits in there, and that's more of a suspension part. But anyways, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, new shock absorber though. There's 2 new shock absorbers. That's interesting. I know recently I've been using those in some of the Great Ball Contraption stuff. There's that rail train car thingy that they've made, and there's always the spring has always been an issue. So hopefully people can use that and fix the issue. Dresses a white slide. That could be interesting for great. Oh, I mentioned doing Great Ball Contraptions with a bunch of these.
Yep.
That'd be cool. Sylvain, if you're watching later.
Sylvain is gonna flip over.
Transparent yellow.
Transparent. Hello.
Oh my gosh. Dear Lego, order. Space visor? That's kind of a weird looking visor. Oh, guess what I bought today?
The rabbit thing?
I bought this set today because I remember in the last chat we were talking about the connection issues that they might have.
Yeah.
I actually own this piece. Yes. But yeah, I bought the set because I was going to build it and see if there really is an interference in that corner, and if they had done anything about it. So I was just kind of curious. Apparently I'm buying sets now because they're interesting or might be
faulty.
Might be faulty. Yeah, apparently.
Jeff is buying sets because they might be faulty.
They might be faulty. Oh, so this is a new visor. Is it that piece? That doesn't look like. I can't get a good shot of this. I was assuming that's the cover of this guy's helmet, but hold on, maybe we can zoom. Oh, here we go. But that's not the same piece, right? Would you say that?
Yeah, I think it is.
That is this?
Yeah.
But what's this hole here?
Well, it's the hole on top. There's like a dim.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's just a backward shot.
Yeah.
There's the pinholes. Okay. It just looks weird because it looks like it's an arch versus a complete circle. That's what was throwing me off. My eyes are tired, apparently.
It's facing backwards. That's why it looks weird.
And I get why they would show it that way because they want to show that it has the little pips on the side to go onto the helmets. Oh, this is a new piece, isn't it? I think that might be new. I'm not 100% up to date with Technic, so forgive me if it's not. 3x3 tiles in red and medium azure, and nothing in gray yet. Or was the gray on the ad? It might have been. Oh, the new shocks are for the Technic motorcycles. And the spell thingies. It's not your eyes. It took him a split second to get it too. It took me a split second too. Yeah, it just looked backwards. Torsos. I think we're all at the end.
Yeah.
Last page. Thankfully. Trigger. Oh, that's for the new guns. A white barrel. That's interesting. The motorcycle tires.
white barrel could be like useful if you're doing space engines or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Smarty pants.
Hey!
Right there. Sorry. Zoom in.
Yeah.
So Dave, when did you start working for Lego, and why didn't you tell us about this set?
I've been around too long, I think.
Yeah, and this is the part I know you knew, but this is the part I bought in yellow today. That bracket, since it was there. Some transparent windscreens, red, bright orange, clear. Windscreen number 2. It's got looks like a little sticker inside. Oh, I think that's the Technic one. Yeah, that's the Technic windscreen.
Yeah, for the motorcycle.
Yeah, for the motorcycle. Yeah. So, and I don't know why. Oh, I guess because it's done. I was gonna say I don't know why the hair is at the end, and I'm like, oh, it's wig. Maybe that's why. Oh, and a 2x4. Whoa, that one looks weird too. That's a 2x4 curve. That's new. What is that in? Ooh. Look at that one. There's no studs on the top, but that's kind of an interesting.
That's cool.
That
could be cool for like little vehicles.
Yeah. Huh.
Like 4 wide vehicles.
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of an interesting piece. No idea what I'd use it for, but I'm always interested in looking for.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a little like 4 wide convertible.
Yeah. Yeah. I was even thinking if that came out in like some colored transparent, that would be kind of cool as a space vehicle or something. Or like that curve on top probably matches some of the roof curves. I think I saw one page back. Okay, it was probably more pages back. One of the roof pieces has a curve on it, and I'm not going to go much further back. Although I am like, because I gotta find it now.
Because you're that guy.
I was thinking this curve, but no, that's not even a curve. So, anyways, there's probably some uses for it. So, but 19 pages with new parts. Well, many dots parts. Yeah, a lot of printed stuff too. But I mean, it's like 900 and. Well, hold on. 900.
I saw a few cool new blue pieces. So
yeah. No, I'm happy we did this because I mean, there's parts. I like looking at this stuff just to see what the parts are, but it's not as many new. I don't know. I want to say there's not as many new parts as normal, but as I was saying that, and looking at the picture that we're looking at right now, those are 3 new parts right there, and that takes up half the page. Right, like it's maybe not as many. I won't say useful parts, but like groundbreaking parts maybe is a better word. Like we haven't gotten the corner.
Yeah, there's no holy grail there.
No, we haven't gotten corners of these or corner cheese slopes like the convex corners or the what I mean, things like that we'd always want to have or whatever. But anyway, it's we're pushing 2 hours and there's only 4 people watching right now. Well, thank you for all those 4 people watching. That's a great idea. I think we're going to probably call it a night because it's actually it's 10:48 for Dave. It's 9:48 for me, but it's still 10:48 for me because I'm not adjusting.
Yeah, because you did, and you drove like 6 hours, 7 hours today.
I left at 6 a.m. and I arrived here at. Without the time change, I arrived here at about 7. So I drove like 13 hours. But I mean, I did stop for breaks and stuff. But I mean, I was on the road for the entire day, pretty much. So
so you need your rest, especially since you have to rebuild some stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, well, and I have to run out and get some groceries and shit too, stuff too. Sorry, tired. I don't need to.
Hey, at that time you were out to swear a little.
Yeah, it's after hours. No, it's not. It's after hours for you, but not for me. No. Anyway. So anyways, thanks everybody for watching. We will be, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing anything on Sunday, build and chat, just because I'll be like recovering from the weekend and just have packed up the trailer and everything. If Dave's or anybody else wants to do one, by all means, we might just skip it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Keep me informed, Dave, if you do it. If anybody's interested in BrickFair activity tomorrow night on Old Gray Bricks, Fazoom's channel, we're probably going to be doing some kind of live stream from BrickFair, Alabama.
Yeah, they said they were going to do so.
Yeah,
because then Dana is going to host because Dana's not coming.
Yeah, Dana's not going to be there, which kind of sucks. He's going to host, and someone else wasn't going to be there either. That there was a couple of them that were going to maybe be able to do it. But anyway, so if anybody wants to watch that, I'm going to try and pop in at some point into that one as well, and maybe they'll do a little tour around. I will upload a video of my castle probably tomorrow. I'm not sure scheduling. Like in the next few days, I'll do a walk around of the castle. First, I got to get it together and rebuild a few parts of it, which, it's Lego. It's not a big deal. Yeah, so there'll be definitely some BrickFair activity going on this week, and keep your eyes on the YouTubes for that. I was posting shorts to YouTube today, so if anybody wants like the update of my trip that I already explained, you can check there. Check Instagram, check YouTube for people. There's going to be people posting stuff, and the
picture's gonna be coming soon. So everybody's setting up tomorrow. So
setting up tomorrow and Friday. And from what I've heard, the amount of mocks registered for this event are the largest they've ever had. It's about 100,000 square foot building, and there's lots of room between the displays, but I think it'll be a pretty impressive display for sure, especially since it's the first time people have been able to display in this part of the world in like a year or two, because this is the first convention of 2021 or 2022. There was Brick Rodeo last year that happened, and that one went okay, but I'm just saying, like, this closer to the southeast of the states. Southeast, I got that right. So there'll probably be some cool things. The Ericksons, Mark Erickson and his brother, who may or may not have been contestants on Lego Masters and may or may not have won. They're displaying. Their castle is right beside mine. Lego Masters.
You're going to dwarf them.
But my castle is also 3 feet shorter, or it's like 18 inches off the ground instead of the regular 32-inch table height. So I probably will still dwarf. Maybe, I don't know. Will I dwarf them even though I'm lower to the ground?
Oh, you will dwarf them. Totally.
Anyways,
you're gonna steal the show, Jeff. You're gonna totally steal the show.
Well, I don't know about that, but anyways, we'll talk to you guys later, and stick around for stay tuned for more updates and images. And Dave, we'll see you next Wednesday for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow night. Well, you might see us on Old Gray Bricks or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
All right. Anyways, see you guys. Have fun. And my foot is asleep, so I'm going to leave now. Clicking the button. Bye. Oh wait.
Bye.
Bye.